Good morning, everybody. This is Kokulavani, working as an assistant professor in the Department of ECE, JJ College of Engineering and Technology. I'm going to present a topic on RFID system design and testing, which is included in the Anna University curriculum. What is radio frequency identification? It is a form of wireless communication that incorporates the use of electromagnetic or electrostatic coupling in the radio frequency portion of the electromagnetic spectrum to uniquely identify an object or a person. It uses radio frequency signals to search, identify, track and communicate the items and people. We can easily identify a people or an item using this RFID identification. In this technology, we use electromagnetic field to automatically identify and track tags attached to these objects. These tags contain electronically stored information that can be read from several meters away without requiring direct inline of sight. RFID is commonly used in inventory management, asset tracking, access control, and supply chain logistics due to its efficiency and accuracy in tracking and managing items. Here is the block diagram for an RFID system. First of all, we will have a reader antenna and an RFID tag. The reader antenna signals will be RFI or radio frequency signals, which reads the data and sent to a database system, which will be maintained as a server-based data system. There are various types of RFID, each with different properties, but the RFID technology have neither an electric plug nor a battery. Instead of energy needed to operate them is supplied in the form of radio waves by RFID readers. This technology is called passive RFID to distinguish it from the active RFID, in which there is a separate power supply source on the tag. We have various types of RFID system, that is ultra high frequency RFID and high frequency RFID. The ultra high frequency RFID operates at the signal range of 902 to 928 MHz band. Tags communicate at distance of several meters by changing the way they reflect the reader signals. The reader is able to pick up these reflections. In this way, the operation is called the backscatter method because the reflections are picked up from the RFID tag. And then high frequency RFID operates at a frequency range of 13.56 MHz and is likely to be your passport, credit cards, books, and non-contact payment systems, which are used in various malls and shopping malls and various systems. HF RFID has a short range, typically a meter or less, because the physical mechanism is based on induction rather than backscatter. In this, we are going to explain about passive RFID. Passive RFID tags does not have their own power source. It uses a power from the reader. In this device, RFID tags are not attached by a power supply and a passive RF tag stored in their power. When it is emitted from active antennas and the RF tag are used to frequency specific like 125 to 134 kHz as low frequency, 13.56 MHz as high frequency, and 856 MHz to 960 MHz as ultra high frequencies. The advantages of the passive RFID is no need to embed power with the system, and then tracking inventory is very much advanced, has an unique identification number. It is sensitive for interference of signals. Semi-passive RFIDs are used as both the power supply may be used, or else we may incorporate the power from the RFID source. This is another type of RFID, active RFID. In this device, RF tags are attached by a power supply that emits a signal, and there is an antenna which receives the data. This means active tag uses a power source like battery. It has its own power source, does not require power from source or the reader as mentioned above in the passive RFID. Communication may be over a large distance and has an unique identifier and identification numbers, and this sensors uses other devices like sensors. Better than passive tags in the presence of a metal. There are also other forms of RFID using other frequencies such as low frequency RFID, which was developed before high frequency RFID and used for tracking. Working principle of an RFID system. Generally, RFID uses radio waves to perform AIDC function. AIDC stands for Automatic Identification and Data Capture Technology, which performs object identification and collection and mapping of both the identification and collection of data. An antenna is a device which converts power into radio waves, which are used for communication between the tag and the reader. RFID readers retrieve the information from RFID tag, which detects the tag and reads or writes the data into the tag. It may include one processor, package, storage and transmitter and receiver unit. Working of an RFID system. Every RFID system consists of three components: a scanning antenna, a transceiver, and a transponder. A scanning antenna, a transceiver, and a transponder. When the scanning antenna and the transceiver are combined, they are referred to as an RFID reader or an interrogator. There are two types of RFID readers: fixed readers and mobile readers. The RFID reader is a network connected device that can be portable or permanently attached. It uses radio waves to transmit signals that activate on the tag. Once activated, the tag sends a wave back to the antenna, where it is translated into a data. The transponder is in the RFID tag itself. The read range of RFID tags varies based on factors including the type of tag, type of reader, RFID frequency, and interference in surrounding environment or from other RFID tags and the readers. The tags have a stronger power source, also have a long read range. Types of RFID tags are passive tags, active tags, and semi-passive tags. Passive tags have no inbuilt source relying on the RFID reader. It is less expensive, longer lifespan, and short read range up to a few meters. Maybe it may be used in the reading of a book or identifying a book or or an object in a library or a shopping complex. Active tags have their own power source, allowing for a long read range up to hundreds of meters. More expensive, lifetime limited lifespan due to the we are using the battery incorporated inside. No, that's what it is, more expensive, but it may be used for longer ranges. For identifying an object in what to say, in the read range of an identifying an animal or a person who is in away from the tag. Semi-passive tags have smaller battery powers than tag circuitry. Middle ground in the terms of cost, range and lifespan. Features of RFID. An RFID tag consists of two parts, which is a microcircuit and an antenna. This tag is covered by protective material which acts as a shield against the outer environment effect. This tag may be active or a passive tag, in which we mainly and widely used passive RFID Why we are using passive RFID? Because we use only inbuilt source of power in tag and also the reader. So mostly passive tags are used in our system. Different RFID standards are ISO 1443, the components operating at 13.56 megahertz. The power consumption of this ISO 1443 is 10 megawatt. Data throughput is 100 kbps. It operates its working distance of 10 centimeter. And also ISO 15693. This component will be operating at a frequency of 13.56 megahertz, operating at a working distance as high as 1 meter. Data throughput will be up to a few kilobits per second. We are facing most of challenges when using the RFID tags. The cost will be very much higher in the initial setup, and the tag cost compared to the traditional barcodes. Interference will be susceptible to interference from metal, liquids, and other RFID systems. If the interference happens, we may avoid interference using various technologies. Privacy means concerns about unauthorized tracking and data breaches. Standardization. Different frequency standards and protocols can lead to a compatibility issues. It takes longer to program RFID devices because only when programmed we can incorporate the RFID tags database in a computer system. RFID intercepted easily even it is encrypted. In an RFID system, there are 2 or 3 layers of ordinary household foil to dam the radio wave. There is a privacy concern about RFID devices. Anybody can access information about anything. So RFID is not that much privacy concerned. Active RFID can costlier due to the battery because we are using external battery sources. Future of the RFID. The future of the RFID looks promising with advancements in the technology and decreasing costs. Innovations like the integration with the Internet of Things, enhanced data analytics, and improved battery life for active tags are expected to drive wider adoption because this technology is very much advantageous, though we have some of the challenges in the RFID system. As the RFID technology continues to evolve, it will play a crucial role in the digitization and automation of various industries. Where and all we are using RFID? Applications. Applications of RFID includes versatile and can be applied in numerous fields. Inventory management. RFID helps in tracking inventory in real time, reducing errors and increasing efficiency. Asset tracking. Companies can monitor their assets, location, and status, preventing loss and optimizing utilization. Supply chain management enhances visibility and accuracy in tracking products through the supply chain. We can control access where used in security systems for granting or restricting access to buildings, rooms, or devices, and also used in retail stores. Retail stores enables efficient stock management, theft prevention, and improved customer experience through smart cells and automated checkouts. We can easily identify what things have been placed and replaced using RFID system. In healthcare, used for patient tracking, equipment management, and ensuring the authenticity of medications. What are all the advantages of RFID? Considering the RFID, automation reduces manual intervention, minimizing errors and increasing operational efficiency. This is a main advantage because nowadays we are using automation for everything. So if we automate in an identifying an object, it will be more advantageous. So we are using automation in using the RFID technology. Accuracy provides precise tracking and data collection. If we use RFID signals to track an object, it will be very much clear, and we can collect data and store it in the database easily. Real-time data enables real-time monitoring and decision making. Durability. RFID tags are generally more durable and can withstand harsh environments compared to barcodes. Security. Security is the main purpose of using any of the technology in our system. So, enhance data security through encryption and authentication. It provides data access and real-time information without taking too much of time. RFID tags follows the instruction and store a large amount of information. The RFID system is non-inline of site nature of the technology. It improves the efficiency, traceability of production, and if we use RFID, 100 of tags read in a short time, and we may use in various purposes of identifying an object or an device or an items or anything. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.